everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is April 27th. On this day in 1899, 34 people were killed and 300 buildings were destroyed in Kirksville, Missouri by a tornado. On this day in 1912, a two-day tornado outbreak began as the back end of a week-long period of severe weather that occurred in Oklahoma. At least 15 cities were affected. Thomas Grazoulis considered this outbreak to be among the worst on record in the state of Oklahoma, as measured by fatalities and violent tornadoes. 26 tornadoes were confirmed, including 8 F4s, 6 F3s, 10 F2s, 1 F1, and 1 F0. The outbreak caused an estimated 47 fatalities and an estimated 175 injuries. On this day in 1931, the temperature in Pahala, located on the Big Island of Hawaii, reached 100 degrees and set a state record high. On this day in 1942, a devastating F4 tornado moved from 5 miles south of Claremore, Oklahoma to Pryor, Oklahoma. A third of Pryor was destroyed. 49 people were killed there and 3 others on farms west-southwest of town. 350 other people were injured. Pryor was a crowded wartime boom town with many hastily built homes near World War II defense plants. About 500 buildings were damaged or destroyed. On this day in 1987, 42 cities in the western and south-central United States reported record-high temperatures for the date. The afternoon high of 87 degrees in Olympia, Washington was an April record, and highs of 92 degrees in Boise, Idaho, 95 degrees in Monroe, Louisiana, and 96 degrees in Sacramento, California tied April records. More than 300 daily temperature records were set during a 2-week-long heat wave across 34 states in the southern and western United States. 13 cities established records for the month of April. On this day in 2003, hail was observed in Key West, Florida for only the 11th time since records began in 1871. A thunderstorm produced 1 3/4 inch in diameter hail, which easily broke the previous record of 1 inch in diameter, which was set on May 10, 1961. On this day in 2011, it was the deadliest day for tornadoes since records began in 1950. There were 199 tornadoes on this day alone, the worst day in recorded history since March 18, 1925, with 747 tornadoes. The death toll from this outbreak was 316, 313 of which came from afternoon and evening tornadoes. There were 31 tornadoes rated EF3 or higher, 11 were rated EF4, and 4 were rated EF5. The average EF4 and EF5 tornado path lengths from this outbreak were 66 miles. The most notable tornado from this outbreak was a violent high-end EF4 multiple vortex tornado destroying portions of Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, Alabama, as well as smaller communities and rural areas between the two cities. It was one of the costliest tornadoes on record and was one of 360 tornadoes in the 2011 super outbreak, lasting from April 15th to the 28th, the largest tornado outbreak in United States history. This tornado reached a maximum path width of 1.5 miles during its track through Tuscaloosa and again went across Interstate 65 north of Birmingham, attaining estimated wind speeds of 190 miles per hour shortly after passing through the city. It then went on to impact parts of Birmingham as a high-end EF4 before dissipating. This was the third tornado to strike the city of Tuscaloosa in the past decade and the second in 2 weeks. In just 91 minutes from 4:43 p.m. through 6:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, this tornado injured over 1,500 people, caused 64 direct fatalities, 8 indirect fatalities, and $2.4 billion 2011 United States dollars in damage, which would equate to over $3.523 billion in 2026 United States dollars. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel. And please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.